With the Fujifilm X-T5 being one of the newer cameras released by Fujifilm, everyone's wondering if they should buy the new camera or upgrade to it. And today I want to share with you all the 3 reasons why I think it's worth upgrading or buying the X-T5. Now, mind you, I upgraded myself from the X-T3 up to the X-T5, so these will include a little bit of what I was thinking as well, but the 3 main reasons to upgrade to the X-T5, starting out with returning to the classic form factor. Now, clearly the X-T5 doesn't look that different from all of the old XT series cameras. However, the X-T4 was kind of a little different from all the previous XT series. Now, when I started with Fujifilm, I was shooting on the X-T2 and upgraded all the way through. I did buy an X-T4 as well, however, that was my main video camera. Now, the main reason I didn't like the X-T4 as much is because it had a flip screen, which kind of changed the whole form factor. Also, it's one of the bigger XT series cameras. But on the X-T5, they returned to original form factor and put back the tilt screen. Now, again, a lot of people like a flip screen, but honestly, I think a tilt screen is much faster and also makes for better composition when you're shooting. I myself am a wedding photographer, and because of that, having the quick access to the screen to be able to shoot high or low without sitting around having to take the screen out and flip it around and make it very obvious that it's there is a huge, huge benefit. I actually just made a video talking about the pros of Fujifilm, which y'all can check out right up above. That will also explain some reasons why I moved over to the X-T5 as well. With returning to the original form factor, they also made the camera smaller. It's actually about the size of the X-T3 or even a little smaller. Now, if you're a hobbyist or even a professional, the size of the camera is actually extremely helpful. Like I talked about before, as a wedding photographer, I don't want to have to carry super heavy cameras all day, and the X-T5 without a battery grip is actually one of the smallest cameras I've ever shot on. With the form factor returning to the original form, this was a huge pull for me to upgrade to the X-T5. Now again, let me know in the comments below if you rather like the X-T4 or the X-T3/5 body style. Basically flip screen versus tilt screen. The second main reason you really want to consider going with the X-T5 is the performance. It is a huge jump from the X-T4 and especially the X-T3. Now again, if you're on an X-T4, you may be half and half about upgrading, but especially if you're on an X-T3, I think this upgrade makes the most sense. The performance is absolutely amazing. I shot a full wedding with dual X-T5s and I absolutely loved everything about how it was performing and how the image quality was coming out. Now, when I talk about performance, we're not just talking about speed either. We're talking about everything. Image quality with the 40 megapixel sensor, the better battery life, and the better autofocus. Now, speaking to the image quality, I was highly blown away with the way that the files looked and also how the camera was handling. Like I said, I shot a full wedding with the X-T5 and the experience was absolutely amazing. And I really do feel like you can see the higher image quality from the 40 megapixel camera. With that much resolution, my photos are looking nice, clear, and sharp, and I also have more room to crop if I need to. Also, another feature that I absolutely love because of the 40 megapixels is that you can punch in on your photos to give yourself more distance if you need it. So especially if you're shooting in JPEG and you want a digital converter basically, you have that within the X-T5. Now, the battery life was absolutely amazing. I went through a full wedding day and maybe changed my battery like twice. This for me was unheard of because I was so used to using the X-T3 and having the battery grip and having like 8 batteries on me all day basically. But I can get through a whole day with just 3 batteries on the X-T5. Also, what I love is the fact that Fujifilm is using all the same batteries at this point. So my X-T5, X-H2S, GFX 100S are all using the same batteries. So I don't have to deal with like different types of batteries. I know what I have. I have one charger to charge all my batteries. Everything is good to go. Also, the autofocus was absolutely great. If you know anything about me, I don't use continuous autofocus very often, but the times when I did do it, it was locked right onto my subject and just really, really awesome. If y'all want to know more about why I don't use continuous autofocus, let me know in the comments below because it's far in between that I ever use continuous autofocus. Honestly, most of the time as a wedding photographer, it gets in my way. I want to tell the camera exactly where I want it to focus, not hope that it picks it up and then when it doesn't be like, oh, the camera missed the shot. But again, I have a lot of feelings about that. Also, I feel like the ISO performance was really awesome. Generally on my X-T3, I would never go over 2000 ISO, but I felt much more comfortable going at high ISOs when I was on the X-T5. Now, I have some other videos about my experience with the X-T5, which y'all can check out up above. But if you want to see more, please let me know, because I need to go out and do just some general portrait shoots, maybe even compare it against the GFX 100S just because, and just all kinds of other tests. So again, give this video a like, let me know that you want to see that stuff. And let's talk about the third thing that I really love about the X-T5. So the third reason I kind of already touched on before, but I really think you should upgrade for that new 40 megapixel sensor. I can't explain it to you, and y'all really need to sit down with the files, but the resolution you're getting is a big difference from any of the previous XT's cameras. 40 megapixels just have so many advantages, but the resolution alone really helps out the camera. And I know everyone likes to argue about crop versus full frame, but I really think that the 40 megapixels makes a huge difference. Again, I shot it at a wedding and I love the way that all the photos came out. The thing about the X-T5 that I love the most is the fact that it felt like everything I've already known, and also it felt so much better and new because of that new image resolution. Now, again, you may not be getting Fujifilm's fastest focusing because of the 40 megapixels, but honestly, like, it's very good. I think the XH2S is more suited for sports or something that's extremely fast moving, but for something like weddings that's kind of moving, you can get away with the autofocus on the 40 megapixels because it's great. So again, the X-T5 or even the XH2 are great options. Now, again, I like the X-T5 because of the X-T5 body factor. Also, the price is quite nice for what I'm getting. The fact that I could sell my X-T3s and move up to the X-T5 without having to spend too much money was a huge plus for me. Again, running a business, I don't want to spend all my money all the time. I want to work with what I have and not have to upgrade too often. So honestly, the X-T5 is probably going to be my main camera going forward for a long time now. Also, maybe get into some of your hobbies and grab some film cameras. And if y'all want to see me shoot more film on this channel, please let me know. I have a bunch of film gear and a bunch of film that I need to use. So let me know what you want to see about film cameras as well in the comments below. So what do you all think? Do you think the X-T5 is worth it? Are there things that you're not feeling about it? Let me know in the comments below as well. I want to hear your opinions. And don't forget to check out KH Camera for buying used gear or selling your used gear to upgrade. Also, you can check out this playlist here for more X-T5 information while I'll be making more videos, and I'll catch y'all next time.